The evening was alive with light and energy. Abuja's International Conference Center glittered with chandeliers as men in agbadas and women in flowing gowns filled the hall. The event was a gathering of Nigeria's political and business elite. Camera flashes sparked across the red carpet, and the air buzzed with conversations that carried both laughter and tension. Atiku Abubakar walked in first. Calm, confident, his presence commanded respect. As he moved through the crowd, people rose to greet him, shaking his hand and bowing slightly. The former vice president had been in politics for decades. His aura was impossible to ignore. Minutes later, the atmosphere changed. A sudden hush fell as Peter Obi entered the hall. Conversations dropped to whispers, and even the journalists holding cameras straightened up, sensing something big was about to unfold. Everyone knew the history. Atiku Abubakar, the elder statesman of the PDP. Peter Obi, the rising force of the Labour Party. Once political allies, later bitter rivals. Their clash during the last elections had divided millions of Nigerians. Now, both men stood under the same roof. The hall was tense, as though waiting for thunder to strike. Some guests leaned forward, eager to see if they would even acknowledge each other. Others shook their heads, convinced they would avoid eye contact. But then, to everyone's shock, Peter Obi did something no one expected. He began walking directly toward Atiku. Step by step, his gaze locked on the elder politician. The crowd shifted, people whispering, "Is he really going to him?" When Obi reached Atiku, he stretched out his hand with a smile. The hall froze in silence. And then he spoke. "Your Excellency, history will remember you as one of the men who fought to keep Nigeria together, even when it was not easy. I may not have agreed with you on everything, but I respect the sacrifices you have made for this country." The words hit Atiku like a wave. His face changed. For a moment, the seasoned politician, known for his calm control, stood speechless. He stared at Obi, as if trying to process what he had just heard. His lips moved slowly before he finally replied. "Peter, I did not expect this from you," he said softly. "Not after everything that has been said between us." Obi's voice carried on, steady and sincere. "We may not walk the same political path, but I believe Nigeria needs men who can rise above rivalry. You are one of those men. And I want you to know, I respect that." Atiku inhaled deeply, as if those words lifted a weight he had carried for years. He glanced around at the watching faces before looking back at Obi. "You surprise me, Peter. Truly, you do. But perhaps this is the Nigeria we both dream of, a nation where opponents can still share respect." The hall shook with applause. Some rose to their feet, clapping louder, while others exchanged astonished looks.